It's the Level 7 podcast, you guys. Get ready for a good surprise today.
Hello and welcome to the Level 7 podcast, where our intro song is going to blow your mind. So good.
Right out the back of your skull there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. How's everybody doing right now? Respond immediately.
I was going to say, we're waiting.
I want to know. Oh, really?
No.
That's lovely. Fantastic.
That's what you heard? What I heard is fucked up. You need to get that fixed, or at least checked out.
Yeah, I choose not to read those comments.
Oh, well then. That's all I ever pick up. Is that a problem?
I don't know what's happening.
Me neither.
I think I'm lost. And that's that. See you later.
All right. Yep. We're lost in our thoughts. Bye.
Bye-bye.
No. Okay. We're back. And
we're back.
And we're back.
Just have a little...
Should we just jump right into the topics, or did you want to? I don't know.
I got nothing, man.
Okay, so
I'm a blank slate.
all right, into the topics it is then. The PlayStation Store is closing.
Finally. Fucking finally. No, I'm just kidding. Although...
More specifically, for PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP.
How do you make a P in sign language? I don't want to accidentally throw up
Oh, I
something
don't know.
wrong.
I don't know.
Just kid.
I think
Start
this
a gang war on
I
accident.
think that's pizza.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Well, please explain in the comments how to make a P in sign language.
Perfectly. If we can't do it after reading your comment, don't even leave it. No, I'm just kidding. Please do.
What were we talking about?
The PlayStation Store closing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP.
I mean, it's kind of strange that anyone's surprised. Because it's like, oh man, our digital games that we didn't own, we're only renting temporarily, are going away forever.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I wasn't surprised by it. I was just bummed out when I heard, to be honest. Because it's like, damn it. Because I do love PSP games. Mm-hmm. And I love PS3 stuff. So, I've just always been able to go there and be like, oh yeah, Tomb Raider Anniversary on the PSP. I forgot that was a thing. I'm going to download it for $8.
Right. Well, I mean...
Not that they really do deals on them anymore. Now if you find them, they're like $30. Give it to me.
That's true. I don't know. That's the nature of the digital life, though.
Yep.
It's sad. It's I mean, physical games have their drawbacks, and then there's a big one for the digital games. Either they lose the rights or they decide to just pull it off the market or close the market completely. Hey, guys. We're back again. It turns out that sometimes you have to erase stuff on your memory card. Otherwise, it'll fill up, and then you have to cut for no reason, and it seems weird.
Yeah, that's true. So... it's weird. Definitely one of those drawbacks that I people have this argument with me all the time that are all for digital stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't understand, man. If they delete it, it's gone. You do not own digital games. You are renting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, even if you own the physical copy of the game, technically, you still don't own the software, right? I mean,
you don't own the rights to the game or anything. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's like, you don't have, I don't know, whatever. I don't know how it all works. It doesn't. The minutia of it is not. It's just it's a bummer that people won't have access to something that they purchased in the past. I think that's the biggest gotcha for me that I can't really get around personally, is like something that is digital only, right? Something that has been released digital only, and then they remove it. You purchase it. Well, you purchase the rights to use it or whatever, and then they remove the ability to access
contain it.
Right. They remove the ability to access your purchase, and it's just gone. And I don't know. It's a bummer. It's the nature of it. I think we all saw it. We all have already experienced it with a couple different platforms, but it sucks when you're like, oh man.
What it really made me start to freak out about, though, is like it's all those digital games are gonna go away. Fine, I get it. I've been preaching to the no one's listened to me, so I've been talking to myself about this.
I'm listening.
So, like, digital games fucking suck. I am not looking forward to the future where digital is the only option. But it also makes me worry about the physical games that I own on, like, PS3 and PS4 and stuff. Because if they had, like, fixing patches on them, and you try to play them later on, and if you just didn't happen to have that patch, or you had to delete it to make room for 8,000 gigs of fucking Call of Duty or something.
Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
Arkham Origins was blasted in pre-reviews, because people played a pre-review copy of it that wasn't very good. It wasn't patched.
Yep.
And so it got slammed in the reviews, and then by the time it released, it didn't sell at all, even though there was a day one patch that fixed most of the problems.
Exactly.
But it just...
So yeah, either you go and download every physical game that you own and its patch for that now for PS3, or you're going to have to play broken games now, which...
I mean, that's...
Also...
PS4... Oh my God, that's gonna be
exactly
insane.
Like all my games on PS4, they all have patches.
I mean, it's just
it sucks.
I don't know.
Fucking hate it. It pisses me off to no end, and I am not enjoying this realization that is being forced on me.
Well, and I don't know. It's too it's double-edged, right? Because obviously. It's cool that they can update the games and fix something if something is broken. These games are so massive. They're so much more involved than like NES, Super. And it's like, It's easy to make the argument like games used to ship complete and this and that, but they were not half or even a bit of what they are now. And so it's like...
Right. It is. It's hard to make that comparison because I thought about that for a second and it's like, well, yeah, they're not the same though.
Right.
It's also bad because the gaming culture right now is you can send out a broke as fuck game if you want. Like No Man's Sky, if you only have the physical copy of that game and you're in, I don't know, Wyoming, where the internet doesn't exist, that game still sucks ass.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like I don't know why we live in a weird time in space or whatever, where companies willingly and knowingly put out broke as fuck games.
I mean, they used to do that too. They've always done that. There's always been like broken ass.
But not everybody did it though.
Right. No, and I mean, look at Avengers, for example. It's like they know that that's a long running game, so they can release a alpha or beta version that people pay for, and then just keep upgrading it, eventually make it free, have you pay for characters, and they've got a long like revenue stream. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
For that particular game, but I mean, like, I think that's going to become part of the gaming life cycle. And so, I mean, we look at Gotham Knights, which just got pushed, so that's part of the one of the things we talked about in the news.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that is essentially the same style game, like a Destiny, persistent online multiplayer co-op beat 'em up action adventure RPG where you get to like make your dude or whatever, and maybe you can't change the moves too much, but you can change the way they look. Maybe it's just aesthetics or cosmetics or whatever, but it's the same thing. And so I think gaming in general is going towards this very like just release something, and then we can just kind of like, for the people who get hooked, just like they do with the digital games, just like they do with the mobile games, they wait till somebody gets hooked,
right?
And then they're like, all right, let's just cater to these people. Let's cater to these people, and they just need to find their audience first. So
yep.
I don't know.
It's just weird.
That's what it feels like.
Right. And
Destiny made it work. Remember when they launched Destiny? It was butt. Everybody hated it. Everybody hated No Man's Sky. Everyone hated Destiny. Everyone hated and still hates Anthem. Rest in peace. Dominic Petrie.
Goodbye,
Spirit
Anthem.
Stanky. Spirit too stanky.
Spirit too stanky. That's definitely the Anthem prayer right there. It's weird as... I don't know, man. I just feel like we're at a weird age where we got to see, like, games coming to existence. And then, like, we were getting, like, perfect games there for a while. Like PS2, Xbox... like a little bit into the PS3, a little bit of 360 era where games just came out and they were complete. And they were big too. Like some of them were really big and they didn't need patches or any weird fixes.
I mean, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Like there are glitches and shit, obviously, but it's like that game was just...
Yeah.
Man, they just released it and it was done. It wasn't like 15, which 15 people didn't really like it till they updated it a lot. And then they did the Royal Edition and then they did the
I got the Royal Edition.
So I mean, that's the thing is like now you can fix the things that weren't perfect, and back in the day it's like nothing is perfect, nothing's ever perfect.
Right.
But
there are ways to break it, but I mean, they were harder to break back in the day.
It's true.
I mean, you had to do some weird shit.
You had to do some real strange things.
Or it was just a crap game and you could just do it anyway.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely broken ass games.
Right. It's just I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird to see it all evolve in my lifetime.
See.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know. It is what it is. It's the nature of it, and it's like digital games are super accessible, which is awesome. They are in some ways cheaper if you have subscriptions and stuff. Like if you're buying if you're buying full versions of digital games, just don't. I mean, you're paying the same. You could get something. You could get the physical copy. There's no reason not to do that. Like, if you're paying a sale price or something, I understand that, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, if they're running half off, it's like...
Yeah, do that.
Fuck it. Like, do that. But other than that, like, if you're paying $60 for a digital game, you should just get the physical copy. And, I mean, don't... If you don't want to leave your house, just order it. But just... have something, have a thing, and it's like, I don't know, I guess there's always the, like, space argument, like, I don't got enough space. They're not that big.
That's true. I've been kind of shocked at all the newer games that have been coming out. It's like 30 gigs or something for the whole thing, and you're like, huh.
I just mean, like, the actual physical space on a shelf. Like, people are like, I don't want to have a game on a shelf, and I'm like, you don't have to even just have a little box in your closet where you're saving these things because, I mean, they may not go up in value or whatever, but at least they have some value. Like,
yeah, and reusability.
Thing. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yep, I mean, that's obviously the way I do it. I have a whole fucking closet full right now. I gotta build my shelves because my son got old enough to get his own room, which kicked me out of that room, and now my shit's in boxes. It kind of bugs the crap out of me. But,
well, soon enough you'll just be forced to move out.
Yep, eventually.
I think this is how it goes, and then at some point somebody says something along the lines of, "Those games have been in those boxes for so long, you might as well just sell them." And then you're like, "No."
That's actually the problem because I constantly dig into those boxes. Chris is getting pissed at me. He's like, "Stop opening your boxes." It's like, I have nothing. This is my solution. And then my boxes are just open in like a row in front of my closet in our bedroom. She's like, "You got to pick up your fucking boxes."
Oh, that's what you need the slat wall for.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yep. I'm going to try to build a Blockbuster-esque room in my basement. Where I'm just going to have walls.
What do you mean try? You're going to do it.
Well, I mean, that's true. I am going to do it.
Do or do not. There is no try.
I am going to think up of my own, like, rental store name, though. And totally have, like, this is kind of the dream. I want to make, like, a neon sign. Because the room is at the bottom of the stairs in my basement, just to the right. And there's a little wall right there. And I'd want to put, like, a neon sign. Little arrow be like, rentals.
John's bootleg rentals.
Something like that, yeah. And just make it all out ridiculous. Have all the walls covered because I think I have now around 4,500 DVDs.
Damn.
That's including Blu-rays. And I think I have around 200 VHS tapes. And I think I have around 1,000 video games. So I definitely have enough to fill up that tiny room, like wall to wall.
With just cool stuff.
Yeah, and I even have like this old retro TV with the VHS player built in. I'm going to hang it from the corner.
Sick.
Have just something playing all the time.
Big ass mounts that like you have to screw it into like 6 studs. It's got like arms that branch out.
Right, with like the freaking
chains that you have to like tie to rafters and shit.
The screws that are like 1/2 inch wide.
You're talking about like a prison setup.
Oh
basically. Yeah. Okay.
And
well, that makes sense. You put a cage around it, you could put Raph in there.
That's true. But, and then make like a VHS tape of nothing but trailers, like old ass ones, brand new ones. Just have that shit roll all day, 24/7.
Just have like a different trailer like setup. Have like one that's just all kung fu trailers, one that's all like so Western trailers.
I do have one of Godzilla trailers that I purchased a Godzilla tape at a thrift store, and I put it in, and there's like 15 minutes of Godzilla trailers that somebody lovingly and like put on there themselves, and you could tell. I was like, this is I want to know who this person was, and I want to hang out with them at least for a day.
I don't think you do. I think that's
I think I do. That's why I said a day. I mean, like, we'll get lunch and dinner or something. Like, that's it.
In a public place.
Not fucking breakfast.
We're not gonna. Nobody's going to anybody's house.
Nope. Outside.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that's my dream for my basement. I would love to get a kiosk of some sort, like Dreamcast, GameCube, one of those kind of older.
I do like the kiosks a lot. I regret passing on a lot of kiosks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've passed on a lot of kiosks and a lot of arcade machines too that I'm like, should have probably just paid for storage on those.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I don't know.
I do love the Neo Geo. That bad boy definitely going to make a home in there.
Well, we got to revamp a couple more. I'm going to need your help.
That sounds dope.
Because I got the 2 in the shed, and then I have that other one with the Pandora's box in it, but I want to upgrade that to the new Pandora's box.
Yes, I would love to do that because I need to figure out how to do the Pandora because I want to build my own since I have an official Neo Geo. I want to build my own to be next to it, get a pinball machine, and then get a kiosk. And I feel like that's all the big shit that I need. Mm-hmm. I don't need any more than that because I need another arcade machine so I can have like I want to build in the Ninja Turtle game, the X-Men game.
That's why you get a Pandora's box.
Exactly. So yeah.
Those are convenient. They don't run super well, but they get the job done.
Right. Cuz man, even the fucking 1-up arcade machines of Ninja Turtles now are around $1,000.
Really?
It is stupid. All of you that are selling them at that high, fuck you in the face. I hate you so goddamn much, and I mean it. I am not kidding. They should be $400 because that is too much for 2 fucking games anyway. Those machines are tiny. You stop being selfish.
I say, make that paper, bae.
No, fuck you.
You do you.
Just the Ninja Turtle one.
He should tell him he should have bought it when it came out, bud.
I tried so many times.
I'm kidding.
Fucking Krista would have murdered me.
I'm kidding. Somebody's just salty.
I am salty. That's the real thing of it. I'm just
That's all right. You'll run into one. Just wait. Everybody in the mom's just got all this shit that they've been buying, and they're gonna be like, what am I gonna do with all this shit?
I hope so.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, buying a real version of that arcade cabinet is around $4,000.
I mean, we'll find one. So I have a Street Fighter Alpha 3 32-inch pedestal arcade machine in Ben's garage right now.
Nice.
So you know the one that's like actually got like the piece that comes out. It's got like the big speakers on the side.
Oh.
It's got like the big screen in the middle, the speakers on the side, and then the marquee on top, and then the pedestal comes out. It's like a stand-up.
That's fucking dope.
So I have one of those. So we're gonna set that up in the new.
Hell yeah.
The new store.
Yeah.
So that'll go upstairs.
That's gonna be so cool.
I know. I hate waiting. I'm gonna talk about it more. It's all right.
I know. I can't fucking wait.
It's gonna be sweet.
Yes.
We just
so many fucking cool things that we want to tell you.
Just a little more time. It's still cooking. She's still cooking.
Just the tiniest of beats.
Just a little bit.
God. Yeah.
Anyhow, So we got that. I do still have the actual like cabinet of my X-Men 6-player arcade machine.
6-player?
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell happened to the board. It's just gone.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
I bet that board is pricey as shit too.
I think it might be in that garage somewhere, and when we empty it out, like when we move into the new spot, I think we'll find it.
Okay.
But
I would love to help you fix that one.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Because it's the one with the giant screen.
Yeah.
The one that was like,
I mean,
go to Illich's and it would be chilling in the very back. Cause
that's the projector screen shit back in the day.
Yeah, that was the one with the mirror.
Yeah. And yeah. And it's got 6 players. I don't know why, but I love messing with, like, rewiring all the controls. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. It's like therapy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a psychopath.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I am. So there you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that works.
No, I like working on arcade machines. My buddy Nick actually taught me how to recap a monitor.
Ooh.
So I've done that. He taught me how to, like, make sure I don't blow my face off.
Right. I would love
taking the tube and.
I would love to do that because I'm rocking a monitor in my Neo Geo right now.
Nice.
And to get an actual monitor, like a real monitor in there, would be amazing.
Oh, you're rocking like an LCD?
I'm rocking like a computer monitor. I should be more clear.
I'm telling you, bro. Those are a pain in the ass. CRTs, for the purists, I get it. I do. But if you're just looking to play games, man, just go with the fuck.
It is easier to get the conversion kit that you could literally just plug onto the board and then it just shoots out and VGA. There you go. I forgot what it was for a second. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's easy to do it that way. I want it bigger because it's like a half of what it should be size wise.
Right. Well, I mean, you can always get a bigger one, or you could get an old school monitor. You can actually get an old school CRT computer monitor.
What sucks about that is that people have realized that they're good for that now. So nobody just throws that shit out, and they made them stupid pricey. It's like $100 for like a 22-inch monitor. That's a square.
Interesting. I mean, that's what I have in the like Sega Saturn display we have at the Alameda store. So makes sense.
Nice.
I have a couple CRTs still.
Yeah, those I
don't know.
Of course, like the moment
we should just do a CRT donation center at the store. Be like, donate your CRTs.
That'd be nice.
No, sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, I was just gonna say, of course, like the moment I got the Neo Geo was when people started figuring this out. So like when I was purchasing everything to refix, like rewire it, put in new lights, all that shit, I was just purchasing stuff in chunks. And I was like, well, I already got a monitor, and when I get it fixed, I'll get a bigger monitor. So like when I was looking at them, they were starting to get up there at like $30 or something. I was like, that seems kind of pricey for that old ass computer monitor. I'll just wait and then I'll buy it. Like I'll just keep bidding on eBay or something and win one. Mm-hmm. But then by the time I had everything running and I was like, cool, now I can start looking for a monitor. Everyone was charging 3 digits for them.
Dang.
And I was like, fuck.
And there's just warehouses of them shits just laying around. There's just so many storage units. Just like so many people have storage units that they're just paying for every month that just got some random ass monitors in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yep. I think if you're just diligent enough on like Facebook and Craigslist is dead now, right? Like nobody uses Craigslist anymore.
I mean, some people do, but they're the worst of the resellers because now they know that like people think they could find shit cheap on Craigslist, so
it's almost like every time you go, it's only people buying. I'm look, arcade machines on Craigslist. This is how I type on my phone.
Craigslist.
Craigslist.com on my phone. But anyhow, so but then you look it up on Craigslist and it's like buying arcade machines. I want to buy your arcade machine, paying more for arcade machines. But there's not anybody actually selling arcade machines. It's just like, I'm willing to buy shit. I'm looking to buy shit. It's like, well, fuck you and everybody else, motherfucker. Like, that's why we're here.
The third person selling on video games right now, Operation Wolf arcade machine.
How much? It's a good game.
$16.50.
It's not that fucking good.
Nope.
Hell no. Operation Wolf is not that good. That game was on the fucking NES.
dude, like I told you, these people, they
That's
are
like
not
a $5 fucking game.
Somebody's asking for fucking $500 for their normal ass Nintendo Switch with blue and yellow Joy-Con.
Well, that person right there is what we like to call a fucking dumbass.
You're...
Whatever. I mean, get what you can. Like, if somebody's willing to pay, something is worth whatever somebody's willing to pay for it, right? Like, it is what it is. But I don't know.
Dude, I'm telling you, people that just try to sell on Craigslist now know that they have stuff that's worth something now. It used to be the fucking thrift store of the internet until all you jackweeds decided to start telling everybody where you're buying your shit.
I mean, hey, that's how it works. Somebody hears about an opportunity to make $1. Like, that's where I started, man. I was just hunting on Craigslist and shit and working at the game store. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, man, now I'm selling these all the time.
Right. And I get it. You have something, you know people want it. You sell it at a price that's not shitty for you. But I do definitely miss the days before Facebook groups. And everyone's like, hey, know where I found this really cool thing? It's like, no, stop talking. Stop. And then everybody gave away all my spots. It's like, cool, now I can never find shit.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Yep. I remember when did you ever go to the like Goodwill bins?
Dude, Goodwill bins were my jam for a while.
Those are insane, dude.
Dude, you could literally find like almost anything in there if you checked.
Broken glass, needles.
Hell yeah, but you could also
children.
find... What was the last really good thing I found? I think the last really awesome game that I found there was like Tomb Raider 1 for like $2.
Yeah, I mean, because it used to be paid by the pound.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's crazy. They would just like roll out just a bin, right? So they would just get truckloads of stuff from other Goodwills and donation centers that basically was overflow. And they just load them into bins, fill up each one, and then every like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, half hour or something, they'll just roll out a new set of bins, and then they pull out another one. And then they'll be like, everybody lines up around them and has to wait, and then the dude will be like, go ahead and shop. And so then everybody starts digging into that shit and like fighting over stuff. Like, give me that. I found 2 of the 4 pieces I need. And this other dude's like, I got the other 2. And then you guys just rumble. Blam, 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 blam. Just
the good old days of shopping.
It feels like that sometimes. But I don't know. It was cool because there was definitely like a lot of the same people all the time when you would go there. And so you would like kind of get to know people and stuff. I didn't go very long. And then Juliet showed up. And so I was like, oh, well. Yeah, I'm going to go to the bins by myself anymore, and I am not going to take her there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because like the moment I moved to Denver, because, again, I'm sorry, Wyoming, you catch so much flack from me, but they're facts. The thrift stores in Wyoming suck dick. Like, you can find stuff from every once in a while, but if there's not people to donate, there's not stuff.
Sure.
That's the way it works. So when we moved to Denver, yeah, holy crap. My mind like exploded the first time I went in because it was right before the video game boom. So I got all sorts of shit all the time. Everybody was like, Sega Genesis, this is shit. Dude, $10 with Sonic 2 in there. I'm like, yes, give me.
Stores wouldn't carry Sega Genesis games.
Yeah, they would like throw them away.
Like I remember buyback games when we opened in 2009, they did not carry Sega Genesis games. I remember
crazy.
My buddy Steve, his store, he carried them in his store, but none of the rest of them did. Rest in peace, buyback games.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Sega was not getting love for a minute, and then all of a sudden, everybody ran out of Nintendo shit to buy.
Yep.
Everybody's like, "Oh man, Sega has some pretty cool stuff," and it's like,
that's because everybody bought
duh.
Yeah, everybody bought like the 35 games that you need on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh,
man, there's like 90 of them on the Genesis I should buy. We're gonna go start buying those." Yeah, so man,
the problem with Genesis is they re-release their stuff too often.
It's true.
And so it just completely devalues their stuff. And not only that, so it's like you don't have to go buy the original. I'll just get this compilation that's got 600 fucking Genesis games on it.
Right, and they really do have some great compilations. Like the one on the PS3 is really awesome. The newest one that they did for PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch has some really good stuff.
I mean, it's the same. They just added like 4 more games. I think.
Right.
But I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you don't have one, the other one really fills what you need.
Because the PS2 versions, those ones weren't great because that was just like
those ones were weird.
They only had like 4 Sonic games on them.
Yeah.
It was just the Sonic compilation. They didn't do it didn't have.
Yeah, they did the Sonic collection and the Mega Man collection.
Yeah, because you couldn't play like Comic Zone or Kid Chameleon or any of those. Kid Chameleon's so good.
So good. That game really is good.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
And just all the different mechanics and shit.
Right? Like, you have to relearn the game every time you find a new hat. Like, wait, what the hell am I doing? And then
you just go through some random door. There's like 30 doors in each level, and you're like, I'll go through this one this time. And you're like, oh, well, fucking, now I'm in Lizard Land or whatever. It's like,
right.
What the fuck?
It's crazy stuff. So, yeah, I miss those days when we first moved to Denver. Literally no one knew what the hell was going on. I just kept finding cool shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was lucky when I found pretty much most of my Godzilla VHS tapes, too.
Nice.
Because every freaking place was like, VHS tapes, these are dumb. And they're like, 4 for $1. And it's like, oh, yeah. And I'd go spend like $10, come home, and then Chris is like, why do we have all of these?
And you're like, none of your business.
It's like, because where the hell are you going to find Moontrap ever again?
Right? Have you found it since then?
No.
There you go.
That's actually a really hard movie to find.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a Bruce Campbell movie. Also, the engineer from the original Star Trek is in it. Who cares? It's got Bruce Campbell.
Scotty?
Or not Scotty. The other. No.
Scotty.
Is it Scotty? No, it's not Scotty. It's one of the other dudes that aren't super important. Mm. But you recognize him when you see him. Of course, now I can't remember what the hell he does.
That's a punk band name, not Scotty.
Is it really?
No.
I was going to say, you totally gave me a serious look. It's like, no, not Scotty. They got some good shit. No. But yeah, there's...
Pootie don't need no words. Pootie don't need no music.
Like Outland, I think, is like a Sean Connery movie that no one's ever seen for some reason. I found that on VHS. Like, I found the Blockbuster exclusive version of Halloween on VHS, which has like the red banner on the side. Like a bunch of like the 50s monster movies. Like, dude, so many good,
so much stuff that I kind of regret. Where I'm like, this isn't gonna be. And I just gotten rid of it. Just like, just get this out of the way. I just got too much shit, and that's the worst part. Is like just compiling stuff to the point where you're like, I got to get rid of this thing, and then later you're like, my thing.
Right. Did that with Tomba 2.
Ooh.
I think that's the only one. That's the only thing that I've like got rid of because I had Tomba 1. I bought both of them for $10 at one point, and I was like,
that's disgusting.
Tomba 1's amazing. I'm gonna play this one tons of times. And it was at a point where I wasn't really collecting. I was just picking up stuff to play it, and I just held on to stuff that I really liked. And Tomba 2, in comparison, sucks to Tomba 1.
Agree.
I mean, if you just play Tomba 2, it's a pretty good game. If you play Tomba 1 and then you play Tomba 2, like, fuck this game. This is awful. So I got rid of it. I actually sold it to you guys before I really knew you guys.
Oh.
I mean, you actually gave me a pretty good price on it too, though. So I was like, cool. I'm fine with that.
Well, that's fantastic.
So yeah, I wasn't upset
about it. Great
doing
business with you.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I wasn't upset about it at the time or anything, but now it's just like I look back on it, it's like I shouldn't have gotten rid of Tomba 2. Now I want to play it again. I have it on a digital version though, so.
Yeah, the digital version's weird though, isn't it? Like the Japanese version or something? Because the one on the Vita that you have to download, which is what the one I got, is the Japanese version.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm an idiot, so who knows?
I don't know. I have it on the PS3. It might be slightly different. I mean, going back to the whole PS3, Vita, PSP stores.
You better make sure they're downloaded. Dude, I now I have to go get a PS3 because I don't currently have a PS3.
No?
No, because mine died.
Oh, the fatty that you have upstairs?
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh.
So I need to get a PS3. I need to download the games that I've purchased because I have purchased some. And I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to be disappointed.
What I really need to do is get a hard drive and download them again on the hard drive in case my current hard drive craps out, because there are so many good games on the PS3 that if I just can't play from now on, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
And there were a lot that were just digital, like, oh man, what the hell is it even called? It's like they're random ass games.
See, I mostly played digital games on the 360.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't buy a lot on the PS3. I was mostly like into the 360, and then later, like the very tail end of that generation, I started playing my PS3 more, because that's when like Last of Us came out. And some other games that were good. That's when I played like Demon Souls. But for the most part, I played on the 360 because I was an achievement
slut hunter.
That's me.
Really.
Hunter sounds cooler than it deserves to be, which is why I didn't want to use that word. I was a Chivo crackhead. It was pretty bad. I almost made it to 100K, but whatever.
Nice.
Dark Souls was the last game I got the 1,000 in. Dark Souls 1. But anyhow, so most of my digital games are on the Microsoft Digital Network, which is cool because all their shit's backwards compatible.
Right.
So it's like,
that is definitely one big old thumbs up for Microsoft. They are going to keep supporting that older stuff, or at least it seems like it. Please don't shut down that older stuff.
I mean, it's great for them because they get the subscriptions.
Right? Like
shit that otherwise wasn't making any money at all.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I don't know why more people aren't doing what Microsoft is doing right now. And me from 3 years ago would have crapped his pants if he ever said that. So, good job, Microsoft. I'm actually really impressed.
I think Microsoft's probably, I mean, they're a software company, so they're probably good at licensing.
Right.
They're probably, I mean, so is Sony, but I mean, I don't know. I just think from that angle, maybe they're better at that, like digital distribution and stuff. They're both tech companies, so it's hard to say. Whatever. What the hell do I know? I should shut up when I don't know what I'm talking about. That's my song.
Okay, that's a great song. Should we move on to the next topic? Even though I feel like that was a good ass conversation right there. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. We did very good. Good job. Resident Evil Showcase is coming back in April.
More like Resident Evil No Case.
Hopefully they don't pull that shit again that they pulled in January.
I don't know. That demo was just weak,
dude.
I mean, I get it. It was not supposed to be like, oh, this is the demo of the game. It was like, this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to like move like. And that's fine. But don't release something that's just going to be disappointing. And that's what it was to me. I was just like, this isn't like.
And don't call it a demo. Call it like a visual representation or something. That way you're like.
Or say tech demo.
Just
say tech. Yeah. It's a tech demo. Just specifically say.
That would be better.
Because when you sell it as a demo of the game, and then it's not actually a demo of the game,
that was fucked up. And like the whole presentation sucked. I was so bummed because
it wasn't like the first 15 minutes just like waiting or something.
Literally the first 30 minutes was a clock. And they're like, ready for the hour-long presentation? Here's 30 minutes of a clock.
And they're like, oh, shit, we should cut this in half and do another half of it later. But we already said we were going to do an hour, so.
Oh, whoops.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's Capcom it. Let's do a re-release.
Don't do that again to us. That pissed me off so bad. Because it's like, all right, 30 minutes is going to be an hour, 30-long minute video. Nope, still an hour-long video. Fuck you. That does not count as an hour-long presentation.
No.
And, man, their whole like...
It does if you watch the whole thing, bud.
We finally have... we're going to show you what our anniversary stuff is. It's a multiplayer game that's going to be in the game we're making anyway. It's like, that is not an anniversary celebration of shit. You better put out a collection or fucking re-release something.
Is this thing that's coming up another part of the anniversary thing?
I certainly hope so. Because what they showed in January was bullshit. Seriously, if that's literally all they're doing for their anniversary, and I think it's like the 25th or I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the 25th anniversary. But, like, that's not enough. Do not make your 25th anniversary celebration a goddamn multiplayer game. Don't.
Well, I mean, here's the problem with Capcom is I don't, well, I mean, I won't say problem necessarily, but they focus really hard on one thing at a time. And so it's like, you know, I just feel like it would be hard to see them do 2 Resident Evil things side by side. I mean, I guess they did do the re-release of like 5, 6, and 4, like all pretty much in conjunction, like right next to one another. But those are all just like ports essentially.
Yeah, they did that for the release of 7.
Right.
And that was okay. But, like, it's Capcom. I'm not expecting a brand new game. I want re-releases. Like, or a celebration.
They should do I mean, if they did a PS5 compilation.
Exactly.
Just give me something that's got fucking the Legacy collection. Boom. Big ass box. It's got a zombie. You open it up, it eats your face.
Like a steel case.
You turn into a zombie. You eat your family, and then they turn into zombie. You know, you get it.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like that shit needs to be presented in a steel case with a 25th anniversary logo on the front.
Titanium gunmetal case.
Even better. Or
aluminium.
Or fucking like an art book at least. Like give us a physical representation of 25th anniversary and I will be happy. Do not give me only a multiplayer game that's free with Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
That is not a representation or a celebration of Resident Evil at all.
Yeah. If you want to celebrate Resident Evil, you better give me everything I want.
I want a fucking re-release of Resident Evil Gaiden. And Survivor. I have Survivor. I don't have Gaiden.
I mean, how would they do Survivor, though?
I mean,
they could VR. VR Survivor.
That'd be cool as fuck.
Do it. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all about VR, right? So, I mean, Village is going to be in VR. 7 was VR, and people were like, man, 7 is really scary. Oh, my God.
Which is so funny. It is okay. I liked it, but everybody went a little crazy on praising that one, I feel.
I don't know. I don't really do the survival horror thing. I'm scared little person.
It was good. I definitely like the direction they went in because it started out as like you were helpless and you had to run, and then you got stronger, and then it just turned into I got 14 shotguns. Let's fuck these people up.
Nice.
So like stupid zombies cool. And shit. But yeah, I mean, it was a good game. Definitely not all of the praise worth, but it was good. I definitely enjoyed it. So hopefully 8 is better.
J.R. Praiseworth.
Chase.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I mean, even like let them do a limited run, and I hate limited run, but let them do like something for Resident Evil Gaiden. I mean, that's Capcom, the only way I could think of them doing Resident Evil Gaiden again.
Nah, I mean, Capcom, they self-publish. They wouldn't need to do that, but they could do a limited type thing, which would be smart because, I mean, they can cash in on their fucking one of their biggest franchises. It's just, I don't know. All of these companies are just, I mean, COVID fucked them up for sure. I mean, it totally just derailed like a ton of companies, especially places where it's like, hey, we have offices full of employees. Go home.
That's true.
And everybody's like, I'm not going to ever work again. But, I mean, outside of that, at least, you know, if that's the case where it's like you had all these big plans, you were going to do this thing, you come out and you say, hey, we were going to do these things. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work on it. Because remember when they were going to do the each 2 weeks they were going to release characters for Marvel vs. Capcom, and then the tsunami hit? Oh, and then they had to release it all at once. And so they basically that's when they did the Ultimate Edition.
I forgot about that. But yeah, that makes sense. Because, yeah, I don't mind if you got pushed back. Shit happens. We all are aware of this last year. But, yeah, that'd be nice to even just hear. Be like, oh, we were planning on making a physical copy of everything. We can't do it for another year. Be like, I don't fucking care, dude. Let me pre-order it now, and I will wait. But you have to tell us. Like,
let us know.
Let
us in the light.
I would really like if they did. I'd really like if they did the fucking typewriter again, because they did like a special edition in Japan only for Resident Evil 2 where you actually got a Bluetooth version of the typewriter that you save games on. But you can connect it to your computer and stuff. And it's like, I want that. Don't make it Japan exclusive, you dicks.
I mean, that's an oddly specific pre-order gift or whatever.
I mean, that's just the example I had.
It's really cool. I mean, it's amazing. I'm like, it's funny the things that like exist sometimes where they're like, all right, we're gonna get a drone. Like, I remember one time there was like a Call of Duty one where you could get like the
night vision goggles.
Plane. You can get the night vision goggles. They had the different like little recon like.
I remember.
Cars and shit.
Didn't Blacklist, Splinter Cell Blacklist have the plane?
Yeah, Blacklist was the one that had the plane.
That was the one with the plane. There you go. And
me and Bo crashed the shit out of one of those. We got it in and we're like, fuck it, let's do it. We hooked that thing up. It's like, and we're on Alameda and Zunai. We're like,
oh no.
So it's like trying to fly it down the fucking thing. That thing immediately just flips over, breaks. It's all foam and shit. We're like, well, that was dumb.
Shouldn't have done that.
Fuck it.
Yeah, we got when I worked on the ranch actually, we got that night vision goggle version of Call of Duty. We totally went out trying to shoot rabbits in the middle of the night with those fucking goggles.
You monster.
I mean, rabbits dig holes. They kill cows. Sorry, rabbits.
I'm kidding.
I know, but for all of you that would actually be mad at me, I'm killing rabbits to save cows.
And cows are bigger. That means their lives are more important for some reason.
And they're tastier.
That is true.
Have you eaten a rabbit? They're okay.
I actually have maybe. I don't know.
I was going to say, depending on time of year. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're shooting them. We definitely.
Well, no, I mean, you got one now?
Oh, no. It's been a while since I've shot a rabbit.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, dead of winter, when like worms weren't a problem or anything, you could totally just shoot a rabbit and eat it. Yeah.
That's great.
So we tried it, and man, like, using real NVGs is amazing because you could actually, like, it's got a whole wide range of vision. Not like your whole range of vision, but it's around to like there.
More like binoculars.
You could see pretty well with them. But these fucking Call of Duty ones, your range of vision was like a square.
Like, we gotta really focus this light.
It was a blast, though. I love random freaking.
I mean,
special order stuff.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, the one for Rage 2. Do you remember that? Where it was like okay, so you know the talking fish?
Yeah.
Is like a talking mutant head.
Yeah.
That you put on the wall and it's like, and it's like talk shit to you and stuff. Like, I don't know. That's some goofy stuff that I super think is cool. Like, dude, I don't know. I super think it's cool.
I'm so bummed. Because I had Doom Eternal, the special edition, pre-ordered. I love you, baby. But she made me cancel it. And then I could never get it again.
No.
And now, like, just the helmet is like $250.
Yeah, I never got one. Because it's an actual helmet.
Yeah. I want that fucking helmet so bad. I was so sad that day. Because it was just like one of those days I went to go look at, you know how you do when you pre-order something, you just constantly go back and you're like, still pre-ordered.
It's still there.
And I went there one day and it was gone. I was like, what happened? And Chris is just like, yeah, that's $200 for a video game. We're not spending for that. And I was like, okay.
Whoopsie-doozers.
And then, of course, I finally convinced her that it's like, hey, last time I bought a special edition was Dead Space 2. I want this special edition. And eventually it broke her down, and she's like, fine, just pre-order it. And I was like, all right, cool. Never could happen again.
I was trying to find one for you, too. I remember looking.
I was so bummed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that shit happens. I remember one time I showed up at home with a Wii.
Oh, man.
And Alicia was like, where'd you get that Wii? And I was like, oh, I bought it from Sam's Club. And that's when, like, you couldn't find a fucking Wii.
Dude, they were hard to find.
And I was like, nobody ever looks at Sam's Club. So I went to Sam's Club, found a Wii.
Nice.
I took it home. I had Smash Brothers. I was like, yeah, this is tight. She was like, this is not tight. Yeah, you should have spent that money. go take it back. And I was like, I will not take it back. And then we got in a big old fight about it. And you know what? That's all I'm going to say about it. It didn't really go my way. She ended up letting me keep the Wii because she's a very generous and kind-hearted soul. But I did not deserve it, and I was wrong that day.
I pulled that once. I did it for my 3DS.
Worth it.
I was happy about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was worth it.
Yeah. That was I don't know why, but I liked the 3DS like when it came out. It's good stuff.
Oh, you don't like it now?
Oh, I hate it now. I'm actually really bummed that they don't release a bunch of games that are exclusive to the 3DS onto the Switch.
Have you seen the price on the 3DS is going up?
No.
They're
That's crazy.
Like $130 or something now.
Crazy. I mean, I still have mine. Only for Ghost Recon. But, like, I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2.
Say that again?
Luigi's Mansion.
I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2.
I know, I said that all sorts of effed up. I want to play Luigi's Mansion 2, but I don't know what it is with my hands anymore. I cannot play for long stints on the 3DS. Like, it physically hurts me.
The shoulder buttons
on
the 3DS, those just little, thin, little clicky.
And the newer the 3DS, the harder to hold.
Yeah, and they're so thin.
Because the original one at least
it
had that chunky bottom.
Waffle.
Yeah.
It's like, gentle little waffle.
But yeah, the newer you get, the smaller the bottom gets, and the more my hands are doing this number on that shit fucking D-pad or like analog stick, and you're like,
I do get bummed out that they don't have
just
like an adapter to be able to play 3DS games through your Switch somehow. Because I mean, you got the touch screen, you got the normal screen. There are some games where it would work. You could make it work.
That'd be so cool.
It's just, I don't know why Nintendo. I mean,
Samus 2. That game is amazing on the 3DS. I hate playing it on the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that more, but that's just not them. That's just not their style. Like, for as much as you want something, that's why you want it, because they won't give it to you.
That's true.
Those cruel mistress.
They're gonna bleed the Wii U dry, and they're just gonna leave all those gems on 3DS that I want to play.
But they'll release them eventually somehow. But they'll re-release them for profit. If they re-release them too soon, then they have to release them for less. So they wait for a long enough time that people forget the original.
Then they could be like, Samus 2 is a $60 game for the Switch 2 dongle.
I mean, even if they do a $40 version and get the same 40 they got the first time.
Yeah, that's true. Nintendo, you bastard.
Yeah.
Making shit that I want in the most inconvenient way possible.
It's true.
I mean, that'll happen when you have 3 properties that are worth anything.
And I think the Wii U was just such a failure.
Dude, nobody liked... well, that's wrong. Everybody that had a Wii U enjoyed it. But anybody that didn't buy it was like 98% of the population.
And most people were like, what's a Wii U?
Yeah, they marketed that in the stupidest way possible.
They're like, is it like a...
Like, it'll play all your Wii games. It's like, so it's a Wii. Like, yeah, but it's got this extra pad. Do I need it? No.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, I like the console. It's not as convenient as the Switch, obviously, but honestly, it's more comfortable than the Switch. I do like the tablet for the Wii U because it's just way bigger.
I mean, it's an actual controller compared to a fucking stick with buttons on it. I hate that controller so much.
The old drift stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Wii U. Obviously, it didn't have enough games. It wasn't powerful enough.
That was the weirdest console. Like,
I think they just wanted to see how people dealt with the portability of it, if they could like not break it in the house. I don't know what they were trying. Like, they definitely, like, maybe it was just a stopgap, because it was obviously like a stepping stone, right? Like, we saw the Switch coming.
I mean, yeah,
pretty clearly because of what they did there. But it was like, it felt like they knew it was not gonna do very well, but yet they put so much into it. I don't know. Either way, they're making their money back on all those properties, because now the Switch You fucking re-release anything from the Wii U. Pikmin 3
I mean,
smashes. We can't keep it in stock.
Yeah.
None of those games. New Super Mario Brothers. What are some of the other re-releases they've done? Pikmin 3, New Super Mario Brothers, Wonderful
Mario
101,
Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8, which is the best-selling game on the Switch.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And it's a Wii U game.
Man, there's another one that...
And then there's the Mario, the new one that just came out, 3D World, just dropped.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the other one. Yeah, it was one that I was like, I just bought one, damn it.
Bayonetta 2 was a re-release from a Wii U game. I'm sure there's some other ones that
There's got to be.
That I'm just forgetting.
Oh, Captain Toad.
Captain Toad. Yeah,
just make another Captain Toad. Stop giving us stupid freaking downloads. Like, fuck. Just hold on to the downloads for a little bit. Make a whole game.
Yeah, but I don't know. They got to keep you hooked. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Whatever.
Man, then release a compilation later or something. I don't know.
That'd be nice. I'd like that.
But they're not. They're Nintendo. They don't do stuff you think they should do. They do shit they want to do.
Right.
Which is cool. I mean, whatever.
Let's see. So, should probably move on.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super. It's getting a new set.
Evolution.
Yep. Apparently, it's going to be a reprint set.
Right.
Just like Evolution was for Pokemon.
So I don't know. Is it? There might be some new cards, but it's definitely like a heavily reprinted set. So, I've heard comparisons to like the Magic the Gathering like master sets, which essentially is like, hey, here's some of the best cards that you need for certain formats. Or, I mean, I think Dragon Ball only has the one format right now, which is just whatever standard is. I don't think that there's any sets that are necessarily banned, or not banned, but like cycled out. I think everything in Dragon Ball is legal except for specific banned cards. So they're just reprints of cards from older sets that are out of print.
That's cool, though.
People have access to the game pieces.
Right. Because, I mean, obviously everybody's been digging Time Spiral.
Oh,
I mean, why not do it for Dragon Ball as well? Yeah. I mean, I like the idea. I definitely enjoyed the 3 packs that I got from Time Spiral. Thanks everyone that just raped supply out of everywhere.
Dude,
real.
Nobody could have known that it was going to be that short in supply. Like, it's insane. There's all this whispers of another wave coming, but I don't know. I don't really.
And hopefully all you guys picked up all of your Super Nintendo 3D All-Stars for your Switch, because those are starting to go up now.
Are they already starting to?
A little bit. Like on eBay, it's $70.
That's
on, Amazon is starting to go up too, though.
Yeah, we were going to try to order some more just to have them in stock, but might have already missed the boat on that. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. I was very curious because, if y'all forgot, they're killing off those on the 31st.
Yep, the Game & Watch are going away. That they've had the like Mario.
I've been very tempted by that, but at the same time, I don't want that.
I think, for me, like that's the perfect little collectible thing.
Yeah.
I think that for me is like a perfect little knick-knack. It's got functionality, like you can play a game on. It's got 2 games. It's got the Lost Levels, and then it's got Mario Land. Just the Game Boy one.
Wait, it's got the... Wait,
so
it has...
Mario
I thought it had original Mario.
I think it's got... original Mario, and then it's got the Lost Levels.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't have Mario or Super Mario Land?
I don't think so.
I'm going to look it up now.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
But functionality, so you can actually play a game on it. It looks cool. I think it's got like the cool, like kind of nostalgia, retro, like throwback feel of a recently produced item. I think they did the packaging right.
It does definitely look cool, and that's why I keep kind of having the problems. Like, do I really want this though?
And personally, I just think the Game & Watch are cool in general.
Game & Watches are pretty cool. I think the thing I'd use the most on it is its clock for some random reason. Because I loved the original like the DS.
Yeah.
And the thing I used the most on that was the alarm clock. And I used it like as my alarm clock for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I just liked having it up. And it's like, I don't know why, but that's definitely something on there that I desire.
I desire. Yes, I need an alarm clock.
And it also has that, what the hell's the name of it? Oh, Ball. Game & Watch Ball.
Oh, that's right. It does have Ball. But so original Mario, Lost Levels, Ball.
Yes. I believe that is all of them.
Cool, but it's not Mario Land.
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm seeing, anyway.
So I think that's cool. I mean, personally, like that is the...
Right, and it's $50. It's not pricey.
This is the...
It's not cheap, though, either. Like, $50 is... It's just enough where it's like, you don't just buy it. You don't just see it and go, oh, I'm going to pick that up.
Just wait. Like, just once they're gone, dude, they're just going to crank up.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I think the fact that it has 2 games on it and it's got the original Mario is enough for me. That's just one of those items where I'm like, yeah, for sure. That's some cool. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
But that's going away. So that's going away, and then also the Mario 3D All-Stars with Sunshine 64 and
Galaxy 1,
but not 2 for some reason.
Because they want to reprint that one on its own thing and then charge you out the ass for that as well.
Well, they should do a 2-pack. They should do Galaxy 1 and 2. Well, I was
going to say, yeah, now I'd be pissed because I already have 1, and I don't even like Galaxy 1.
Damn. Shots fired. What's up, Nintendo? Come on, Reggie. What you got to say?
Make it better.
Does Reggie work there still? No, Reggie left. Yeah, Reggie works for GameStop now.
Yeah, we got Bowser, who doesn't show up for anything.
Yeah, Bowser's just like, oh, you like games or something? Yeah, whatever. He's working on that Switch Pro. They're going to do it, dude. Switch Pro.
Dude, it's happening. It's definitely happening. We just keep getting more and more stuff saying that it is, but...
I mean, it has to. They have to get competitive on the graphics front. The power front at the very least. It's just like if you run it on the TV and their games look good on a TV. It's just I don't know.
That's definitely still my biggest problem with the Switch is its lack of power. Because there are so many games built for the Switch, specifically made for the Switch, that even while you're playing it, you could still see like the dip in frame rate, and it drives me up a fucking wall. It's like, dude, this is made by you for your shit, and it can't even run it perfectly. Drives me crazy.
Or like to the point where it's not visibly lagging.
Yeah, like I don't know why the fuck it still has a problem with Breath of the Wild, but that dips like crazy from time to time.
I mean, that game's got a lot going on visually, especially for that console. Like that.
I mean, yeah, that's.
I mean, not that it's an excuse or anything. It's just also I don't like. Again, I'm not like the biggest fan of that game. I played that game on the Wii U, and I don't remember it really having any issues. But
really, that's crazy.
I also had just had a kid. That was when Juliet was born, and so I was just going through it. I was sleeping on the couch. I don't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah, that pisses me off to this day. Every day,
every day of my life.
Every day
pisses me off.
Every day that I play the Switch, I'm not lying. It really does. It bugs the hell out of me. Because even Super Mario 3D World lags like crazy.
Really?
It really does. Even on my TV.
That hurts.
Not just in handheld mode. It's not only happening in handheld mode. I don't understand why it's such a shit console and such an amazing console at the same time. It baffles me.
I'm telling you, we need to get the Doritos company on it.
We really
do. They can make a very powerful chip.
Yep.
Double Cool Ranch. How about that? Hear me out, Doritos company.
Damn. I want that whole
double
bag to be those chips that look like they accidentally got shit dumped on them.
Oh, those are the best ones with all the sprinkles, and you're like, ooh, you pick it up, it's like, oh.
Right? You could shake it off some, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet powder.
You get 3 per bag. I love those ones.
Yeah.
They're so good.
The ones at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Moving on.
I don't know. I just love Doritos. What can I say?
Dude, I love Doritos too. They're so good.
I wish we had some Doritos right now. I'm actually pretty hungry.
I'm actually getting really hungry too. That's okay. That's a problem for a different time. But yeah, I figured we'd end this podcast on a really fun question of sequels that we never got and want.
So, are we talking like sequels that we never got, like sequels that were announced but never actually happened?
That could totally be your sequel. Mine are some that these games just stopped, and I have no clue why.
Okay. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I could totally go first if you want me to.
Okay, do it.
Definitely the first one that I thought of, because I'm probably going to talk about a couple. I have way too many. But first one that I thought of is Dead Space 4. Because they even ended 3 on a cliffhanger.
How did 3 end? I don't remember.
Well, they destroyed the moon that all of these freaking things were on, and you and the other guy had to like stay behind as the moon was being destroyed. So like shit's blowing apart. You're having to jump from chunk to chunk, and then you finally destroy the marker. All the shit blows up, and then like at the end of the credits, the people that were in the ship that got away receive a message from Isaac Clarke. And it's like,
he's alive.
He's alive. Like after all that, he's alive somewhere. And it's over. And then EA destroyed Visceral, and now we're left with no Dead Space 4.
I mean, rest in pieces, Visceral Games. Dante's Inferno was good.
Dante's Inferno was incredible.
That game was really good.
I loved that game. It was very well done art-wise. The story was told in an interesting way that you didn't have to read an extremely long, old as fuck poem.
And it was a good take on it. It was just like a really interesting, like visually, like the whole like art direction on it was awesome. It was brutal,
dude,
over the top and disgusting in some places.
Yeah, like I mean, it's hell. Hey. The lust monster was terrifying.
Yeah, that's something that sticks with you.
Yeah, like that shit. Damn.
Damn.
I would love for that one to get a sequel too.
I mean, that was Visceral Games though, so probably not.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
Sucks.
I mean, is there a sequel to Dante's Inferno though? Like,
yeah. Well, after he goes to hell, he goes to heaven.
Oh, Dante's Inferno 2.
I mean, it's not called it's not called Dante's Inferno after that, but yeah. Because that's the first book is Dante's Inferno. And then it goes to, of course, now that I'm trying to think of the name, I can't think of it.
Don't ask me. The Big Lebowski?
Shit. There you go. That's
it. There it is. Dante's just like, the dude abides. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with Dante these days. I haven't seen him in a while. Tried playing Devil May Cry 5. I didn't really like it that much.
I did not like that game either. Everybody was like, oh, it's finally back to the old days. And it's like, nope, this is not the same at all.
I just got to the first boss. Like, I liked the game fine until I got to the first boss. And I was just like, it felt really sloppy.
It felt oddly episodic.
I mean, that's what those games have always felt like to me, where it's like at the end, then you get your points. It's like, that's right. Great job, Hunter.
It just, I don't know. Something about the new presentation made it feel like it was a mobile game that you had to pay for each level. Because, like, each one was totally different after.
Yeah, I agree that they, like, maybe try to mix it up too much. I don't know. Wasn't really my style, but
meh.
Fudge it.
Yeah. So, have you thought of a game that you desire a sequel to?
I think I'm going to go with one of the cornier answers. Half-Life 3. Give me that. I want
that. Is the classic answer.
That's what I want, man. I just want it. I know that it's probably the corniest answer I could possibly have, but it's like I think about first-person shooters, and Half-Life 2 is just so damn good. We'll see. Probably never get that.
That one, I feel like that one has just unfortunately been away for so long that they understand themselves that, like, if we ever made this, it would never be what anyone wanted.
Yeah, maybe. You're probably right.
I mean, there have been people that have literally written, like, books about what it should be. And you know they're not going to go in those directions.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah. Like, because it just can't happen that way.
I don't know. If I had to, like, pick a game, like a want game that I think would be cool, give me, like, Comic Zone 2.
Ooh.
Like an indie version, just a newer, like, $20, $40 Comic Zone 2, like what they did with Streets of Rage.
Oh, man, Streets of Rage was so good.
Like, wouldn't that be cool?
That would be really cool. Because, yeah, Streets of Rage 4 was incredible. I did not expect it to be that fun.
Mm-hmm. We should play it. I still haven't got to check it out.
You haven't?
No, and I love Streets of Rage.
Dude, fuck yeah. We'll definitely do that one of these nights. We'll play Streets of Rage 4.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks. I just want to play Streets of Rage 4 with you, Dad.
You're welcome, son.
Oh. Yay. What are you looking for?
I was trying to find what the hell they called the sequels to Dante's Inferno, because the entirety is called The Divine Comedy. But now I can't just...
So fucking funny.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to move along.
Okay. He gets hung up on shit.
I really do. Definitely. So another game that I just want a sequel so bad. I want Neverhood. I guess technically Neverhood 3.
Okay.
Because there's the Neverhood, which was a PC game, and Japanese PS1 exclusive, which...
For some reason.
Why? Yeah. Like, only on PS1 in Japan. Again, driving me crazy, Japan.
Drive me crazy.
Drive
me crazy.
Yep. I got to mod my old PS1 so I could play Japanese games, and I'm buying that just to play it on there. But, and then they made Skull Monkeys, which was officially number 2, which continued the story after Neverhood.
That makes sense.
And then that one just kind of ends. There's not really an end. It's just kind of, it's like, oh, you did it.
Just
good job.
There it is. There you go.
Yeah. After the first one was so story-driven, and the second one's just hard as hell platformer, which is fun. I definitely enjoyed it. But they give you, like, tiny bits of story, and then they cut it.
Yeah, they were definitely, the PS1 era was definitely, like, I don't know. I think it was very hard for them to, like, tell a story, which is why Oddworld was so damn good.
Yeah.
And have you played Heart of Darkness?
I haven't. It's on my list of to-dos.
We had a copy at one of the stores the other day.
Yeah?
I knew I should have pulled it. We'll see if it's still there. You should definitely check that one out. That would be a cool one to stream, because it's just that style, but it goes in directions you don't expect, which is cool.
Awesome.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I started talking about that. I went off on a tangent.
But yeah, I want Neverhood 3.
Neverhood 3. Yep.
Because that first story is it's just so good. It's so, like, engrossingly, it just sucks you in. Like, it's not even that complicated of a story, or even, I don't know. Like, it's not even that long of a story either. But something about it just, I can't stop thinking about it, and I love it. I just need more. And they made Armacrog, which was good, but, like, nobody gave it attention, so now they're off trying to make the Amico, whatever the fuck it is.
There you go.
The Amico, yeah. The Intellivision Amico.
Hey.
They're trying to make, they're going to make, well, I guess I should go back to, they're trying to make Earthworm Jim on there.
I mean, that's supposed to, there we go. We'll see what happens.
Whenever the hell that
Amico
comes out.
Exclusive. How about, I want that new God of War sequel. Just give that to me.
Oh, that one's coming, though.
Yeah, but when and what is it?
I'm guessing next year.
No, they can't.
Yep.
They can't.
That's my prediction.
No, I bet you it's coming this year. $5.
Okay, $5.
And I do not have insider information.
Fucking better not.
I do.
No, show up tomorrow at the store and be like, oh yeah, here's my buddy from Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Or not Naughty Dog.
From, what is it, Santa Monica?
Yeah, Santa Monica. I was just thinking Jack, so Naughty Dog was in my head.
Oh, I mean, whatever. Jack's good.
I mean,
I like Naughty Dog. Do you think they're ever going to do a Jack game?
There's kind of some tiny resemblance of hope for that because they did actually put out a tweet. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or something, but it had just a bunch of their stuff on it saying, "Oh yeah, these games are going to be playable on PS5," and they had Jack on the end.
Oh.
So, it's very clearly just a reference to like the remakes that they did for PS4. But I mean,
did they do remakes on the PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, they did like the limited games.
Yeah.
Limited run versions. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll be able to play those on your PS5 here soon, and I don't know. I just hope that means that they think about it. Like, I hope it's just it's a nugget growing in somebody's brain.
I think so, but I don't know. At this point, do you think that property could generate enough revenue for them to make it worth it? Like, do you think Jack still holds enough real estate next to Uncharted or
like Ratchet and Clank are doing decent, and they're getting ready to release a new Ratchet?
No, I mean, I agree, but do you think now? Because Ratchet has what 15 games now or something. Like, how many games does Ratchet
have a ton?
And I mean, like, Jack and Daxter made it to
day
5. Yeah, because you got to consider the racing game.
Yeah, there's Jack X and then Jack, the Frontier something.
Frontier Legacy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would just have to like that. That would be my biggest thing. Is like I think that if it was a smaller studio we were talking about, they could make it worth their while.
Right.
But since it's Naughty Dog, like
they gotta be gangbusters every time now.
Yeah, it's just got to be AAA titles like nonstop.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
That would be because that's what keeps holding up Nintendo from doing like, the Metroid that everybody wants them to do, like
Prime 4.
That keeps just getting jacked up, and then
I don't know why they didn't give it to Retro Studios at first. Anyway, that was stupid.
There has to be some. Yeah, I don't know.
They just didn't want Western developers to make it anymore. They were pissed that we did a good job on something. That just seems to be the way Nintendo works.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, because they gave it to a Japanese studio,
and
they fucked it up. And they're like, fine, we'll give it back to Retro since they actually made good games 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're bad, I guess.
I don't know. It's like Nintendo's a weird company. It keeps coming up. Like no matter what, it feels like no matter what, they just like they're just they have a very my way or the highway kind of mentality, which seems to bite them in the ass occasionally, but for the most part works out for them. So they kind of stick to that.
Right. So yeah, so far there are 14 Ratchet and Clank games. 15th one will be coming out as Rift Apart in 2020.
Okay. How many do you think you can name?
Oh man, I'd get like 3 of them if I didn't have the list in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess 4 because 2 of them are called Ratchet and Clank. So
that's true.
And then Up Your Arsenal, Going Commando, Size Matters. I just forgot the newest one, Rift Apart. There you go.
Does that have like Secret Agent Clank on there?
Oh, yep.
Is that one on there?
Yep, I forgot about that one. All for One, Into the Nexus, Before the Nexus, Full Frontal Assault.
Full Frontal Assault was really cool because that one was just like hordes. Like essentially it was just waves of enemy, and they'd put you in a different like kind of arena. You'd go to different worlds, and then you could do full co-op on that one.
I forgot about that.
That one was dope.
Up Your Arsenal. Yeah, mine were like the early ones. Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Going Mobile, Size Matters.
Those games are okay.
Like honestly, I like them.
I've never I always thought they were okay.
Yeah. I definitely
one of my friends really liked them, but
right. Yeah. Krista's a huge fan of them.
Yeah.
But whenever like they came out on PSP, I dug it.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple on PlayStation 2, I dug it.
I don't like them. I don't like playing them.
I think I bought the collection again on PS3, when that one came out. I think it had the first 3 games on it or something. It was
Yep.
like, cool, I never played the third one. Let's do that.
Do you remember the commercials that Ratchet and Clank had? Where they would show like all the crazy guns. They'd be like, "Hey, check it out, Jim! I made a tornado gun."
I forgot. Yeah, I do.
And it'd be like a tornado gun, and you'd be like,
yeah, and then they like had the one. What the hell is it called? The one that like has a machine gun, rocket launchers, and like a flamethrower or something.
"Yeah, dude!"
Like that all in one.
Their commercials were awesome.
They were fun. I was always more of a Jack and Daxter guy actually, because I loved 1 and 2. 3 I thought was pretty good. I loved Daxter, the PSP exclusive one.
Yeah.
Or, well, I think they also made it for PS2. I can't remember now. I loved that one because that was the first game that I had on PSP.
It was PSP exclusive.
Was it? But yeah, I loved that one on PSP because I got the silver PSP with that one included.
Nice. The silver one, the 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it, dude. I could not stop playing that game. I got in trouble so many times at work. But that one was great. And then I barely got Jack X, I think last year.
Right.
And I found it dirt cheap. And then I bought the final or the Frontier one around the same time.
Right.
I haven't played both of them to completion yet, but I'm excited to.
I think those games were probably, I think the Jack games were more difficult. Naughty Dog kind of makes a more difficult experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think I agree with you. I like them more than the Ratchet series for probably that reason, that they're a little harder.
Man, especially Jack 2.
Like Ratchet, every time I sit down and play Ratchet and Clank, it's just so damn easy. It's kind of annoying.
Their guns are super powerful.
Right, and it's just like you're just sitting there like brr, 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 run around, grab the thing. Brr, brr. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm hard to please though. Sorry about that.
It's all good. But yeah, and then I bought those. I bought that collection again on PS3 and on PS Vita.
Makes sense.
I have literally, I think, every incarnation of Jack and Daxter that there is.
I mean, if you have those limited edition ones, dude.
Oh, I forgot about those. I don't have those.
We should have ordered those.
Yeah, those got pricey quick.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Those collector edition ones?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, when I saw those, I was like, oh, I already have 3 versions of them.
I don't need this.
Yeah, because I have them on PS2, have them on PS3, I have them on PS Vita. I didn't need them on PS4.
Right.
So I just didn't buy them. But what are you going to do?
Hey, nothing. I do nothing.
Exactly. So, I mean, I have a ton more. We could just kind of spout them out if you want, or did you have any more that you really want?
I guess I didn't really have a ton. I didn't know we were going for like quantity.
I mean, that's why I gave you my 2 most wanted first. Which
No, I'm just kidding. Well, what else do you have? Let's see if didn't you say there was like a list of like somebody was?
Oh, there is a list.
There was like a thing you were gonna read, and I was like, don't read it. Let's wait.
Yeah. Okay, so my other one obviously was Jack 4. Conquer 2 and NFL Street 4 were the other ones that I had.
Is Rare still a thing?
Yeah, they just make stuff for Xbox now, which was mainly Kinect shit for a long time. And then I think
Fable Journeys.
I think they made the newest Battletoads, which people didn't like. I haven't played it yet. I'm definitely buying it when I get an Xbox. But so let's see. I was getting ready to look at stuff that people said they wanted for sequels, and I found this article on thegamer.com. There you go.
We're just going to read this and see if we agree with these being good selections.
Yeah, so number 10, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3.
I mean, BioWare exists? Still? I mean, BioWare did Anthem. So I don't think they closed the studio, but yeah, I don't think that
soon.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No,
I mean I would love to see it, but at this point, it's like they're doing the closest you're gonna get to that is the Mass Effect Legacy Collection, which comes out in like May or something. So
yeah,
May.
Okay, so number 9, which seems like a weird choice, Shadow of the Colossus 2.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Like
more Colossus.
I was gonna say that seems like a very contained story right there.
He just kind of wanders into another valley, and he's just like, this again. Oh,
I didn't learn from the first time.
Dang, maybe. Like, what the fuck?
Here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a dumb one.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Sonic Adventure 3.
Okay, sure.
I'd play the hell out of that, to be honest. I've become a huge Sonic fan.
I mean, just any Sonic game, because it's like Sonic Adventure is, I mean, I guess it does have its own plot.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be that weird, wacky storytelling line that they did for like 3 games, or...
Yeah.
I'd be down for a Sonic Adventure 3.
Sure. I like Sonic.
Hell yeah.
Sonic.
Oh, going back to Star Wars with Republic Commando 2.
That I could get behind.
That'd be dope.
They did just digitally release that on what, the PS5 and stuff, right?
I think it was for technically PS4 and Xbox One and PC. But I mean, yeah, it'll run on those. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool because I feel like the Clone Wars, there's still just so much shit. Just like the Halo games. Stop focusing on Master Chief, please. There had to have been cooler shit going on elsewhere.
I mean, Master Chief was pretty cool. He did.
Okay, maybe not cooler than Master Chief, but I mean,
they
cool.
tried, and Reach people were like, nyeh. Okay, well, and then ODST people were like, nyeh.
I loved ODST though.
I thought it was great too.
Reach, yeah, you all fucked up on that one.
I liked it.
Did you? Man, those characters were just so
corny.
So corny.
See, I didn't. It was just a good 2-player co-op shooter. I didn't even really care. Like the story, I'm just like, it's Halo. It's just like the Earth, the Flood, the Phyrexians,
That probably was my problem. I was expecting more story wise.
Oh yeah.
I thought, from Reach, I was like, oh, this is like the turning point. This has got to be where something impactful happens, and nope, it was just recycled shit. Like, oh, you ran into these guys first, then you ran into the Flood second, then you ran into both. It's like, god damn it, Halo.
Dang it.
Okay, Okami 2.
Nah.
I still have not played the first one.
I don't know. I've tried to play it a couple times, and I think that it's pretty cool. The art style is good. It's very slow. It's like a very slow to start game, and I think they could definitely like make a better Okami game, but I don't know why. It just doesn't feel, I don't know. There's better properties that I think that they would risk losing less on. Yeah. Because they could just tarnish the name of that.
That makes sense.
They made a good one. It's a fan favorite. Keep re-releasing it. Make your money.
Right. Like I was going to say, because they've re-released it like 4 times already, right?
Right, and just keep at it.
Next one. And I know a ton of people that would agree
Radio.
with this way. Yeah, Jet Set Radio 3.
Yeah, I saw the graffiti walls like Jet Set Radio.
Yeah. I've only just started playing the first one a little bit, and I'd totally I think that'd be a fun one to do. Super brother. Because I have a hard time playing the first one. Like it's
a weird game.
It feels dated is its problem.
The controls are very odd too.
Yeah.
Like, and the way you have to like accelerate and stuff, it is a weird, it's a hard to control game.
Yeah, and trying to play it right now, having never played it before, it's like, oh, this is old, and it feels old is its problem. So like, but I could tell the premise is something I want to play. It's just an updated version would be greatly appreciated.
You're just bad at it.
I am bad at it.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I suck at it.
It's like it plays more like a driving game than what you would think a rollerblading game would. Kind of control. Like it's weird.
So number 4 on their list, Super Mario RPG 2.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I feel like they've done that already.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what
all the continuation of all of the RPGs that they have done for Super Mario.
Well, and then all the Mario and Luigi games were essentially just Mario RPG.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, sure.
It's probably just because they want that one random fucking character that everybody's like, oh, he was the best Mario character ever created. And it's like a weird Pinocchio ripoff. I don't remember his name. I've played like halfway through that game. I haven't beaten it myself yet, but...
Yeah, I mean, sure. That's okay.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't turn it down, I guess, but it's not like something I care about that much.
Number 3, Brutal Legend 2.
That could be interesting. I did beat the first game, and I loved it. It was not at all what I expected it to be.
I think that was its biggest problem on release, wasn't it?
They released a demo.
That was totally different.
That was just like the first section of the game where you learn how to do the hack and slash shit, and then all of a sudden you get past the demo area, and you're like, oh, this is a real-time strategy.
Yeah, that's jacked up.
Yeah, I was like, this is not at all what...
You can't pull that shit on people.
And I mean, who made that? It was Double Fine. And I think that might have been one of the bigger games they ever built. So that was the Tim Schafer studio. And I mean, then they did like Costume Quest and some other shit. Honestly, that game probably hurt them more than it helped them.
Because it was so good.
Because it was just so different, and it didn't do very well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it was a great game.
That's another one on the to play list for me. I haven't done it yet.
I mean, it had Lemmy was voice acted. Ozzy Osbourne was in it. Like obviously Jack Black. I mean, but yeah, it was a goodie.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. This feels extremely high. Team Fortress 3.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I guess I know that those people are out there.
I mean, yeah,
hiding in the shadows.
It just feels like Team Fortress 2 is fine.
I mean, it's just like there's enough online shooters, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean, sure. I'm sure there's a lot of people feel that that's a good choice. I think most people would agree that that's probably a stretch.
Yeah. And you'll never guess what number 1 is.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
No.
That's shit. Skyrim 2.
Just Half-Life 3.
Hey.
Yep. There you go.
There you go. But I like Skyrim 2. I think that's a funny answer.
So wasn't that like the 4th one or something?
Elder Scrolls 5.5. Skyrim 2. I mean, Final Fantasy can do it. Why can't the Western RPGs do it?
I mean, yeah, we just made that joke on our last news.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 8 2. This is like it. You guys have already done it. Just do it again.
Yeah, just keep doing that.
Fuck it. Why not?
All right. Well,
yeah.
That was a good list.
Indeed.
I'm glad that the internet always agrees with me because I have such a great, normal, like totally unique opinion.
Yep. That's good though. If we both gave the same answer all the time, we'd be boring to listen to.
I mean, I'll be the boring one for us.
Not boring.
Oh,
I love you.
Oh.
Okay, so yep, that I feel like that's a great place to stop this week.
I agree.
So,
and
are you gonna play us out?
Yep. All right, everybody.